What's up guys, Coach Katie here to give you your Tuesday workout. We're starting off with the warm-up. We're getting through 3 rounds of 16 alternating cross-body toe touches, 10 inchworm T rotations, and 30-second each one-arm overhead hold, march, or 40-meter carry, depending on how much space you have. All right, so starting with the alternating cross-body toe touch, you guys are gonna take a big step back, all right? And you're going to get your feet a little bit wider than your shoulders, push your hips back, touching opposite hand to toes. All right, so another review for you. We're really pushing back through the hips, right? Keeping toes in contact with the ground, sort of like a diagonal push back. Once you get 16 total, you're gonna move on to your 10 inchworm rotation. Okay, so again, pushing back through the hips, walk it out to the top of a tall plank, and then you're going to rotate to the left and then rotate to the right. All right, you'll walk it back and repeat. Look up at your hand as you rotate. This will be 10 total reps. Moving forward, your last movement, you'll get a dumbbell or kettlebell, whatever you got. You're gonna hold for either 30 seconds, march in place, or go for a walk if you have the space, all right? So just remember the usual, keep your abs on tension. You're trying to make a nice tight line through your torso, trying to squeeze your abs, punching up towards the ceiling, bicep is flush to the ear, and all that good stuff, all right? So stack your bones, straight elbows. 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other. This is what the march would look like, slow and controlled, trying not to move too much and shift and wiggle, all right? And then you will do 3 rounds of that. With the strength piece, we're gonna be working a little bit more dynamic today. We're gonna be doing 4x4 to 8, each side, one arm clean and jerk, all right? So this looks like it'll be coming from the floor today. All right, so of course, you're always gonna wanna prioritize your flat back throughout, okay? So if you know that you're that person, you got a dumbbell and it's gonna be a little difficult for you to do that, you can always take it from the hang as an option. I'm gonna show you a side view, then a front view, all right? So that's gonna be 4x4 to 8 each side. Single arm clean and jerk, depending on your weight. Obviously, you'll stick on the lower end if it's heavier, higher end if you have a lighter weight, all right? So again, flat back throughout, you're gonna push back through the hips, bend your knees as much as you need. I'm looking up, chest is up, all right? And I'm going to clean, squeezing my butt and knees. This is a little slow-mo for you. Kind of dropped under it for that one. Reset, and then the jerk, you're gonna be allowed to drop under. All right, so again, recover to the shoulder. If you wanna kind of pause for a beat to get organized, keep it as close as possible. This is me going directly into that dip to the drive and drop under. All right, so front view for you. A little tap and go. Notice that as I'm doing this, I'm staying upright in my chest and I'm dipping while staying over the middle of my foot for both the clean and the jerk. All right, once you get 4 to 8 on one side, you'll go for 4 to 8 on the other. All right, this is sort of one of these things we're gonna treat it like a strength piece where you're working on precision. All right, this isn't necessarily a Metcon, so it may feel like that after a while, but we really want you to focus on tight positions and footwork and all of that good stuff. All right. As for your conditioning, we're looking at 20 minutes for quality, 40-meter or 30-second one-arm farmer carry, march or hold, depending on how much space you got. 10 V-up, tuck up with a 15-second hollow hold at the last rep, and then 2 more movements, 6 to 10 each side, one arm pause suitcase deadlift, and then 6 to 10 alternating kettlebell dumbbell leg lifts. All right, so with this 40-meter carry, again, you can get a little timer. All right, you can either hold perfect posture if you don't have a lot of space, just making sure, just like with your one-arm overhead hold, you're stacking your bones, you're squeezing your shoulder blades slightly back, butt, abs, quads, everything's tight, all right? And then you are holding, trying not to lean in a particular direction. If you wanna try and challenge yourself a little bit, you can march in place, slow and controlled, all right? Not like fast and ballistic. And then if you do have space, you can kind of walk a little bit back and forth. All right, so that'll be 30 seconds one side, 30 seconds on the other. And then with the V-up, this will be dependent on you, all right? I'll show you the best V-up I have. Not exactly an expert at this. So hollow position to start, using your butt as a hinge point and tapping your toes. That was the best I've ever done. You can also use the floor as a contact point or modify by bringing your knees towards your chest. Once you get to that last hold a 15-second hollow hold. This is the most mature. Make sure your back is flat. You can bring in your arms, you can bring in your legs. All right, that'll be for 15 seconds. Last two movements, 6 to 10 each side, one arm pause, suitcase deadlift. Okay, so set yourself up, flat back throughout. You're gonna pause for 1 second, halfway up and halfway down. So set the hips back, vertical shins as possible. I kind of angle the head of the dumbbell down so I can get a little more height here. 1, 1, 1, 1. That's a good way to kind of tempo it out so that you get it down for that pause halfway through until you get 6 to 10 reps on each side. Last but not least is the alternating kettlebell dumbbell deadlift. You guys are gonna use this implement that you have as a little bit of an opportunity, pike over it. All right, some people like to put their hands in front. Some people are more comfortable leaning back. Some people might have to sit on a little bit of an elevated surface like a book. Either way, you're pointing your toes, keeping your legs tight, hiking up and over for 6 to 10 alternating total reps. Squeeze your knees tight, do your best you can to hike over that kettlebell. All right, if you can't, that's fine. You can just work on your best, maybe single leg version, or we'll chat about it if you take one of our group classes tomorrow. All right, so hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be teaching the noon with Keith, so hopefully we will see you there. Our theme, oh, there he is, theme TBA. We're brainstorming in the lab, so very suspenseful. See you all later.